So hi, good morning. So today in this video, I'll be teaching you how to configure a GCP node to as Jenkins slave. So this is what one of the tricky topic you would not have found more resources regarding it. So I will tell you all the troubleshootings which you need to do on your node so that it will get configured easily without any error. So I will teach you everything from scratch so that you can learn from this video. So let's start with this. So here, let's first let me show you first how I have deployed the Jenkins. It doesn't matter. You can deploy Jenkins however you want, either through a cluster or through a container or anything. For a easier way, I just deployed it using a deployment manager. So let's see the properties over there. So you could see that the Jenkins has been deployed in Jenkins 1 virtual machine. So let's see that. Yeah, you could see here I have opened in another tab the VM instances which is running in my you can see here Jenkins 1 VM is there. This is the one where Jenkins is being deployed. So this is actually your master node. So I have created one more VM which we are going to configure as Jenkins slate. So this is literally a worker node. So currently I have just created it. I didn't do any configurations inside it, which I will do it in front of you so that you can understand. Just I will tell you what are the basic properties I have added. It doesn't matter whatever properties you add, it will work. Maybe this alone you can take under consideration. I have added a Ubuntu machine inside it so that I can work on the Linux configurations easily. So first step, we need to configure some prerequisites in the node before we deploy it in Jenkins. So let me SSH into it. Okay. So the first prerequisite is you need a Java inside it. Let's check whether Java is there or not. It's not there, so we will install that alone. Okay, this will start installing for a few minutes. In the meanwhile, we can open Jenkins and we can do some specific configurations inside it. So already I have configured the username and password and everything. This is actually the common step because the ultimate aim of this video is to configure the Jenkins slave. So I will be focusing on that. But if any errors you face regarding the Jenkins setup also, you can put it in the comment. I can teach you. So regarding the plugins, whatever you needs to be installed, that is like if you find any option, whatever is not, whatever you see in this video is not in your Jenkins machine. So you can tell me, I will suggest you the plugin that needs to be installed. I have installed all the plugins earlier itself, so I won't be showing it once again. Now, go to Manage Jenkins. Here, first we needed to add the credentials for that. So that will be added over here. So go to System, Global Credential Restrictor. So already I had one. I will delete it because I already deleted that VM. So I will delete it here, which I will create it once again. So let me check if Java is installed. Okay, it takes time. Okay, it's installed. Perfect. So now we'll add a credential. We will be using SSH username with private key. For ID and username, I would suggest you give the username of the node, which is none other than Ravi Prasath S over here. So I would suggest you to give the same. So the ID would be Ravi Prasath S. So that will be your username. And I will enter directly the private key. So let's generate the private key. That also need to be done. So SSH keygen. So your private key is over here. Let's copy it, but make sure that you don't add any white spaces after it. That is very important. Paste it here and just click the delete button to ensure there is no white space. Then create. So your credential is created. Now I will create the Jenkins slave node. Manage Jenkins. Nodes. Excuse me. New node. We click permanent agent and node name. I will give it as node 1. And I created. The name will be the same here. Remote root directory. We can give our current working directory, whatever is inside here. Okay, let's give it. Now let's go to the configuration. Labels, I'll give it as GCP. Use this node as much as possible. Here, you'll give launch agent via SSH. To get this, you need to install a plugin. I guess you are aware of that. If you're not aware, you can let me know. For this host, you need to mention the external IP of the VM. This one. Okay. Now let's go to the Jenkins and paste this. Credential, yes, Ravi Prasath, which we added has came here. Here we'll give non-verification strategy. Now let's save it and go to the node 1 and launch agent. You see here, server rejected private key for Ravi Prasath and authentication has failed. This is the one which I faced, and there were a lot of people which who are mentioned in the comments, and when I seen some blogs, they replied it in the comments. So I'll tell you the error which we have made over here. Actually, we gave the SSH key with private SSH username with private key. To authenticate that, first of all, it should be inside the VM. To go inside the VM, it needs to have its the public key inside the authorized key. So which we needed to do it manually. So go to the .ssh file. You can see the authorized key over here, right? Nothing. First, copy the same VM's public key and paste it inside, because first of all, it needs its own authentication. So let's cat. So, okay. Now we'll authorized key. Okay. I forgot how to go to the end of the document. So for the time being, I'll manually do it. All right. Okay. Now let me save it. Now let's try to relaunch it again. Launch again. Authentication successful. Agent successfully connected and online. Now I guess we have connected the node as Jenkins slave. Let's try to create a pipeline and check. I have already created a pipeline. I can show you what I have done so that you can do the same. The purpose of this pipeline is test my user. Okay. Now, the agent, I have already mentioned the label as GCP, right? Inside it. I can also show you again. Here, if you go to the manage Jenkins and nodes, you can see here the node 1 is there, right? The label we added GCP. So that is what I have mentioned here. It will just tell what is the host name, current working directory, and who am I. That alone it will generate. It will tell it's a Jenkins and the host name will be none other than node 1. So that is what let's verify. Apply, save. Now we'll build this pipeline. You can see here the host name node 1 as 1 because that is our host name, right? If you want, you can verify. Node 1. Yeah, we got the host name and the current working directory is this one because this is our root directory, whatever we mentioned there. Inside that, it will create this workspace and the job name. And who am I? Obviously, the user, whatever I gave here, because it's my private key. If you want, you can give a service account on also. So hope now you got a stepping stone for how to connect Jenkins via VM as a, the GCP VM as Jenkins slave node, right? So thank you so much. If there is any other video I need to produce the similar way, you can put it in the comment. Have a great day.